both runners are ready to go. And
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are off. Yes, sorry to steal your thunder there, Freako.
That's all right. You've got a better voice than I do right now, so I may just let you take it and get in there with that nice horse racing. And they're off. Siberian Bull off to the early lead into the one-man stage. CrebleStar close behind in the middle-man stage. Here we are, going into turn 1.
Actually, it's unique because CrebleStar actually dropped into Heatman first and decided to take a reset there and go to middleman. So that's unique because Heatman's stage can actually be really trolly in these randomizers. So it's neat to kind of see that quick reset and to pick a different stage.
Absolutely, and that is a very good strategy as well.
Yeah, to actually go back to the first game, when I saw both runners into crash stage so early, I actually thought one of the runners, Siberian Bull in particular, would have actually taken the 3 deaths to get himself out of the stage, because Crashman and Heatman are the stages you want to show up later rather than sooner, to put it bluntly.
Wow. Ooh, you hate to see that on Metalman's screen. Not only do we have Buster immune tin cans, but we got some dollar store Metroids.
Which are also immune to the Buster as well. Ick.
Actually, I think they're not immune. They just take a bunch of shots to kill, I think.
Oh, any number of shots that's more than 1 on those is too many.
Right, exactly.
I will defer to the two of you on that one, because, when it comes down to it, I think you're the ones that are going to be, into the Metal Man stage right now. Ooh, CrebleStar actually getting knocked off by the shrimp from the item 2.
That was close. Look, Stunt Rooster's cousins here, Robot Chicken, all over Middleman stage. They're everywhere. Good lord. Good thing they only take 1 shot, though.
Yeah, Lightning Lord's showing up on... the Sniper Joe's showing up, so definitely a little bit of an easier time of the Airman stage with the Lightning Lords and Sniper Joe's, as opposed to the Shrimp Buffet or the Seafood Buffet that we saw last seed.
Looks like the Metroids are Heat weak, but we still haven't found a weakness for the trash cans yet. Oh no! Siberian got sniped by a Cubert there. Sucks. And that looks like Treble's going into Flashman stage, where Siberian just trying to make his way through this last bit of Metal Man, getting trolled by these Metroids and trash cans.
Did Kreble finish the Airman stage, or did he game over?
He finished, yeah.
Okay. I was trying to resolve a little bit of a difficulty on my end, so I had tabbed out for a quick second. So Metal Man and Kreble already having a little meeting, and it's showing on the tracker now, so that's good. So Siberian Bull is about to finish his second stage. Although it is not the best gauge, since they are in separate stages. I would say the first checkpoint that we really want to look at is at what point do the runners finish all 8 stages together and confront the greatest eyebrows of gaming.
Alright, and CrebleStar running into Woodman on Bubbleman stage, and Siberian Bull finding Heatman.
Alright, are we back? That is the big question of the day right now.
Well, I certainly hear you, Frico.
I've been talking this whole time, and people not been hearing me?
No. The chat literally just stated, do the commentators know we can't hear them? So,
Yes.
Unfortunately, it looks like at least some of us are back, as chat is saying.
Yes, it sounds like we are back up and running. Apologies for the technical issues there, but we are back with the race. Both runners getting their respective robot masters down within seconds of each other and onto their next stages.
Alright, so, out of all of that, and Discord being Discord, we have CrebleStar with 4 robot masters down. And into Quickman's stage, Siberian Bull with 3 masters down. But he does have Crashman down, which is important to note. This will be a little bit of a roadblock for CrebleStar going forward.
You know, I said some really smart things while you guys couldn't hear me, and that's unfortunate, because I had some really good comments, but no.
Isn't that always how it works when
Yeah.
you're sitting in front of the mirror in the bathroom? You say all the right things, but when
Right?
it comes time for it to matter, it's like,
Yeah, you guys done missed out on all the vet wisdom. Sorry.
oh no. I feel sorry for the chat in all of the knowledge they've been denied.
Yeah, I mean, you could have learned so much, but no.
What a shame.
You know,
Wisdom
sad.
lost to history, unfortunately.
Yeah, really.
Alright, well, Siberian Bull finishes off his 4th Robot Master, and CrebleStar are about to enter the 5th boss gate, and we find Crashman behind it. Siberian Bull into the Bubble Man stage.
Ooh, and CrebleStar finding the god weakness to Crashman and Bubble Lead.
Always love to see that.
Was that like a one-shotter, or was it just the Bubble Lead fires off so quick that it just completely annihilated Crashman with maybe a couple shots?
I'm gonna go with a little bit of both because that was really quick. And he already had him down a little bit far away on his health already, so it very well been just one shot.
That's definitely going to benefit him later on in the refights.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be good knowledge to have going forward. When you can pick up a little bit of knowledge like that, it can only serve to help you, especially when it's something that you don't lose much of any time to figure out, where we saw menuing, essentially being an issue for the runners. I don't want to harp on it so much, but with the last race being a tie, literally a second difference between the two runners in when they got done. So many little things can be the difference between a tie, a win, and a loss.
Very good strat there by Siberian to use that item 2 across the last screen. That last screen in Bubble can really be a pain sometimes, and that's a very smart strategy to do.
Alright, Siberian Bull finding the Woodman.
Do we call that driftwood?
They call it waterlogged.
I think I like that better.
Call it a driftwood here. Ooh, Siberian Bull finding the Bubble Lead, but not able to find... Oh, CrebleStar running into a bit of an issue with the bats at the top of the screen. This might deny him item 2. No, able to hurdle.
Nice.
Oh, very, very good movement from Kreble on that item 2 there.
And
a lucky... Yeah.
Awesome.
One key thing to point out here, that Kreble does still have Crashman to complete, so let's see if he finds item 1 and 3 before going on a Crashman stage or not to give himself an advantage.
Well, Woodman's stage was item 1.
Yes. So he does have that.
There, and he just picked Crashman stage. Nice.
Because Siberian Bull, I believe, started in the Woodman stage, and then went into Crash, but he had the item 1, so wasn't really slowed down all that much. I might have missed a stage in there. It might have been the 3rd stage for Siberian Bull. But here we go. CrebleStar into basically his roadblock with, unfortunately, having both Heatman and Crashman left to do. Quickman and Airman for Siberian Bull, as well as the common stage of Heatman. So if CrebleStar can get through this Crashman stage before Siberian Bull can finish Quickman and this Airman stage, I would definitely say CrebleStar has a lead at this point. That is pretty definitive.
Alright, he seems to be going through it pretty well. As Siberian goes into his Crashman fight.
Using the quick boomerang, debatable on if it was faster or not, but you know what? I'm going to give the runner some credit here, as CrebleStar makes it through the first little area with the prop tops. And definitely an easier section than we saw in Game 1, where CrebleStar struggled.
Heatman for Siberian here. Getting a lot of enemies on the screen. They have to be careful.
Not only can that cause lag and make your jump timing just slightly off, but that's a lot of bullet hell there.
Yeah, with the problem being if you pick up a power-up while you're in the lava, it will take away your invincibility and go, oh, you're in lava. You dead. Thanks for playing. Oh, Yoku Block trolled by Siberian Bull.
Oh no, you hate to see that.
Getting some issues with these helicopter dudes, just owning them. There he goes.
Alright, get through it.
Yeah, these prop tops were pretty nasty, but Siberian Bull able to survive, make it through to the checkpoint in the next section.
CrebleStar taking an E-Tank to try to suss out the weakness of Heatman here, not finding it as of yet. Alright. Seems like he finds it in heat. Heat on heat violence again.
Oh my.
You hate to see that, you know?
Yeah, it's just very unfortunate. Alright, CrebleStar onto his last Robot Master, joining Siberian Bull on Heatman stage.
Yeah, so Siberian Bull, out of this little adventure that he's had, learned that the Metal Blade is not the crash wall weakness. Oh, CrebleStar actually surviving a small power-up being picked up in the lava. I wasn't even sure you could do that. Usually the lava will instantly kill you if you pick up a power-up in there.
It does, like you said, the iframes do count down while you pick up an item. I believe it was a combination of him only having, I believe, 2 pellets of energy to refill, as well as it being a small pickup. So he got out of there with literally frames to spare.
Alright, so, oh no,
Taking a death.
Ouch.
Oh no, that's not good at all. So, CrebleStar giving Siberian Bull a little bit of a reprieve here. CrebleStar has to navigate the rest of this Heatman stage. These prop tops not exactly being kind. Siberian Bull has the entirety of Airman stage, and he's just taken a death, trying to pause buffer himself back onto the bricks. And we see CrebleStar finding that the crash wall weakness is the Buster Shot.
Oh, unfortunate timing.
Oh no!
Just disappeared right under him.
Oh
I
no!
hate that. I hate when that happens.
Oh. CrebleStar getting trolled while Siberian Bull taking a death at the same time. This is just tragedy striking for both runners. This is going to be an endurance test. The psyche of a runner could be so frazzled from the first race, ending in a dead heat, and then to encounter difficulty like this can only, just drive somebody up a wall. And in my case, a controller through a wall, if not multiples.
Agreed. In my case, some pretty explicit profanity.
I think we saw one of those controllers break on your stream one night, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I broke a PS4 controller once. Just it happens.
Oh man, those are not easily replaced. It's not like the old days where I could just about walk across the street and get a Genesis controller for $10.
Right.
It would cost me 2 weeks of allowance, but I mean, hey.
Oh wow, CrebleStar finding, what was that, a 10 damage?
Yes.
Quick boomerang?
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Oh, that definitely put the quick boomerang, and now
You're right.
a significant lead for CrebleStar here, 1940, and we are treated to the best eyebrows of gaming.
Absolutely, and as the first race goes, so does the second and beyond. Once we see those eyebrows, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to guess the color of the dragon, and as bonus points, guess its weakness. What do you have, gentlemen?
I say pink dragon and weak to Buster.
All right, well, the gray dragon worked for me last time, so if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I'm going to take my bubble lead back because it was so unjustly and unfairly stolen.
That is why I allowed you to choose first, Rico. So my guess for the dragon this time is going to be a very healthy-looking poop brown and air shooter.
Very healthy looking. You know, one thing I've always wondered in Wily's castle here is how come Wily has a driveway if he has a flying car?
That is a very, very good point, and I actually do not have a response to that.
You know, not everything can fly. Remember, you know,
It's
the
true.
guts tank is, you know, the guts tank has to get there too.
Exactly.
That's
That's
true.
what.
I guess you're right. Guts tank's gotta have a driveway.
It's all about accessibility, ladies and gentlemen.
We're coming up to the dragon. Let's see. Last minute guesses. Here we go.
I mean, that is true. That is a valid point to accept guests. As one of our members of chat points out, I mean, it's definitely a valid... Oh, I got the gray belly. I'm not sure. That might be a quarter point. I got a part of it, but not the main color, which is orange. Buster, no.
Wow.
Quick boomerang, negative.
Oh,
no! Oh, ouch.
That's gonna hurt because
I hate
that's
to
a minute
see it.
and a half to get back up to the dragon from where you get set back to if you die. Oh, that's painful.
As we did not get a chance to see in the first race, as in the vanilla game, there is no pre-boss checkpoint in the Wily stages, so it is only the halfway point checkpoint.
Let's see if Siberian can find out the weakness.
So Siberian Bull has been given a gift, and I don't think he knows it, but he
Looks like
found
Crash Bomb's the weakness. Nice. There we go. Dragon down for Siberian.
Wow. So I believe a couple members of chat actually got both. So 2 points for Crab Cakes there, among others, for guessing both the correct color and the correct weakness. So
And
the
also
dragon...
a delicious idea for dinner.
Yeah. Now, CrebleStar does have another potential weakness that could be found, as he does try the bubble lead, but one of them flunks off, so... Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! CrebleStar. Yeah, you can't flunk over there.
Yeah.
No, that's unfortunately a death. CrebleStar trying to take a last-minute stab at trying to figure out what could damage the dragon. But oh, CrebleStar's run just falling apart. 2 deaths to the dragon. That's going to be about 3 minutes worth of time essentially wasted just redoing your work over and over again. Oh, what a shame.
And I've been there too. I've died multiple times on Dragon in the same way, and there's nothing more painful than dying to Dragon like that. It just hurts.
Now, as the professional commentator of the group and mostly retired from competitions, I definitely know what it feels like to have something like this, and I know, personally, I do not cope with it at all. So something like this happening to me, like CrebleStar would, I would be FFing in the chat and saying, I'm sorry, I need a couple minutes to 3D print new parts of my controller, because it just smashed against the wall.
I feel you.
Siberian Bull finding the best possible weakness for Pico Pico, which is Wood Shield.
We're gonna have to be careful here. Just
Yeah, he's going to have one more come up right from underneath him, I think, as CrebleStar does. Third time the charm, so CrebleStar gets rid of the dragon as Siberian Bull finishes off Pico.
now, interesting thing to note here is CrebleStar used Leaf Shield for Dragon, and he's almost out of it. Whereas Pico Pico's weak to Leaf Shield, so he's gonna have to be he's gonna have to fill up his Leaf Shield if he hopes to get through Pico Pico, unless he uses a different weakness.
If you do it right, you can actually get away with only activating the Wood Shield once or twice. So unless he used all of his energy, we could see CrebleStar getting through Pico without any further item usage, or at least significant item usage. And I'm almost certain he's going to stop for the E-Tank here, knowing that...
Oh, he forgot
Creble
that it's Buster Week. He forgot about that.
He used the Buster in Heatman.
Oh, there he goes.
Alright,
Yes.
he remembered. So CrebleStar remembering after a little bit of an oopsie.
And that could be runner fatigue as well from taking those deaths. I do know how that feels, especially in a race.
Now, I'm not CrebleStar, so I can kind of only speculate, but once you get into that world of tilt, what you know just kind of exits the building. And I think we saw a little bit of it there with CrebleStar just kind of losing his focus for a little bit and forgetting what the wall weakness was.
Alright, and Siberian Bull with Guts Tank down, finding the weakness in Quick Boomerang. However, one beautiful little tidbit of information for Randomizer is it still could potentially be anyone's race, because we are coming up to what I'd like to call the Great Equalizer in the anxiety rooms here in Wily 4.
You are not wrong. Well, CrebleStar seems to have found Bubble Lead as a weakness for Pico. So it looks like wood crash bombs, which were very ineffective but still doing damage, and the Bubble Lead.
Creble has to be careful here, opting to use a juice box very wisely.
Very well done.
And with the item consumption for the Bubble Lead, this will work out for CrebleStar, as he still has about a third of his item energy left, and he is through to Wily 3.
Nicely done.
Right. Yes, very nice. He is about a stage and a half behind, unfortunately, but we will see if he is able to utilize that item 2 movement in the water down here like he did in race 1. He will be able to pick up about a good chunk of time on Siberian, or at least make up a good chunk. And it looks like he gets it perfectly.
Oh, jumps over the Joe armor, so well done for CrebleStar there. Making it through that section of Wily 3. About as good as anyone I've ever seen do it, to be honest, so far, through 3 years of tournament running.
That's a really good move.
Alright, Siberian getting through the screen. Lots of lag, though, with these gear jesters.
Yeah, that's one of the great equalizer rooms, specifically. That third elevator room can be the maker or breaker of runs for certain, as Siberian Bull makes it through.
Like, Treble's going to decide to do some farming here.
Wow, not a bad idea.
Not at all.
I believe it was the Bubble Lead for...
I think it was Boomerang, wasn't it? I think it was Quick Boomerang, actually, was the weakness.
I think it's Boomerang in the regular game, isn't it?
Oh, there
Oh,
it
it is Boomerang. Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Let's see,
it's also
Siberian-
Boomerang in the vanilla game also, though.
Yes, you are correct. Siberian finding the wall weakness into Mega Buster. Now he's just trying to suss out the weakness for Boo Beam itself. Struggling a little bit.
Well, it can't be the Buster, and we find it to be the Quick Boomerang. So this might actually give him accessibility to some of the turrets without having to bother with the walls from the arc of the Boomerang. But it looks like just gonna get through it. Siberian Bull has what essentially is most, if not all, of this stage as a lead over CrebleStar right now. Although he wouldn't know it, Siberian Bull is into the refights.
I will say one benefit that CrebleStar does have going into refights, though, is he has found a significant amount of very strong weaknesses to the Robot Masters.
Yeah, I think... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but if he remembers all of them, you know, like you said earlier, taking a couple deaths can put you on tilt, and a lot of what you retained from earlier part of the run could just kind of slip out because you're still on that tilt mode, you know?
Absolutely.
Now, one thing we're going to have to hope for if we are CrebleStar here is we definitely don't want to have a Wily machine that's weak to the Buster. You want to have as many kind of mini hurdles come up as possible if you're CrebleStar, so that as Siberian Bull potentially stumbles, CrebleStar might be able to get through the hurdles, but then again it could well be a double-edged sword with how things work out. Siberian Bull halfway through onto Robot Master 5.
Taking a juice box himself in order to survive the Crashman refight.
Smart move, smart move. Never leave a juice box behind.
So we're going to go through the mandatory Leaf Shield and Metal Blade checks to see if there's an easy mode solution. CrebleStar just going to resort to breaking down the blocks, and one of the minor nuances with this boss is that whatever the crash wall weakness is cannot be the same as the weakness for the Pico block, or excuse me, the Boo Beam turrets.
Ooh, taking a fall, unfortunately. Setting him back just a little bit. That is time he did not need to lose.
There he goes. Now he's got her.
Yeah, it's never over until it's over, but I think in this case, Siberian Bull is definitely knocking on the door of the fat lady, telling her it's time to come out and sing.
Ooh, we have a Buster Week machine.
And that should be said and done. But let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, about the only thing that could really happen to Siberian Bull at this point, not that I, want to wish anything, but it's possible that it could happen. If Siberian Bull goes left, goes into the wrong items. Alright, so he's going right, which is a good thing. So if Siberian Bull is able to suss out what the weaknesses are or are not, Siberian Bull won't have to die repeatedly to refill his items from taking a game over. Siberian Bull, if he dies, will be able to just go left, pick up the item energy for what he needs on the alien. If it comes down to that. That's kind of like the worst case scenario. Looks like a negative on the Buster, Crash, and Metal Blade. Heat, nope. Not sure what that was, but that was a nope. Leaf Shield, nope.
Finding it in Bubble Lead.
There it is, Bubble Leads. Oh, he's gonna have to be careful.
Siberian Bull, a little bit of trouble here. If he takes another hit, he's Dunzo here. So,
there it is.
Right, and GG's to Siberian Bull with the first victory of the tournament. Well, first point of the tournament.
Yeah, for those that did not see it, Game 1 actually ended in a dead heat with both of the runners dot-dunning within a second of each other. As per the rules, I am not certain of this, but I believe if a dot-dun happens within 3 seconds of each other, then it is considered a tie. And since the dot-dun happened 1 second apart, it is a tie for race game number 1, and game 2 claimed by Siberian Bull.
Yes, with an official SRL time of 34 minutes and 43 seconds. GG's again in chat to Siberian.
Nice. So Boba Man, all he wants to do is give Mega Man a hug, but Mega Man don't like hugs. Sometimes Boba Man could be a little clingy on these randos.
Alright, so CrebleStar gonna finish things out here, hopefully, as Siberian Bull gets a little bit of time to recover here from putting 2 games in. At least going into Game 3, he's not having his back up against the wall. We could see a Game 4 if it comes down to it.
I think CrebleStar was checking there his menu if he had another juice box, and how many lives he had in case he died. Because you hate to see a game over on Wily Machine, and you had to do all the refights over again.
Yeah, the Wily Machine counts as part of that whole gauntlet. So if you do take a game over, yeah, that may actually be the single worst time loss in the game. But the Dragon, where CrebleStar failed twice, definitely the difference in this particular game.
Oh yeah, definitely the difference maker. See how fast he can find out that the bubble lead is the weakness here. Pretty quickly.
Alright, and GG's to CrebleStar. Finishing with an official SRL time of 37 minutes and 35 seconds.
And for those who are just kind of looking at the stream, on Siberian Bull's side, part of the credits, it actually shows what the weaknesses are to all of the bosses and wily enemies in the game. At the end there, that graph will show how effective each weapon is against each particular boss.
Yes, and since we did get through all the credits, we did get to see the name of the creator of the randomizer, who we have to thank for being able to not only enjoy this incredible iteration of Mega Man 2, but being able to put on this tournament in the first place, and that is, of course, Duckfist, a legend in the Mega Man community.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's give Duckfist his due, that's for certain, because without their work, don't want to assume anything given today's day and age, but all said, Duckfist definitely making this all possible. So I think we're in for a little bit of a break as our runners get ready for Game 3.
Yes, sir.
So let's dig down the rabbit hole a little bit here. Put yourself in Kreble or Siberian Bull's positions here. Does it change your approach for the next seed, knowing that you're up or down a game?
I think for me personally, at this point, if I was either one of the runners, I'd be trying to do a little bit more riskier strats in the next one, because it could pay off. And you know, being in the position where they are is where this next match is going to be the the final match. It's just you want to make, you know, put as much distance as you can between the two. But the whole hidden stage names is really a drawback, because you don't know, you don't know the kind of boss stage you're gonna have. Whereas, you know, if you have those stage names, you can kind of pick your route. So it's a little bit more difficult than the 8 Robos, but I think it's mainly going to come down to who picks the better route.
Yes, and for me personally as well, when talking about your question, Frico, there definitely is 2 schools of thought on it. Because now, being 1 game behind in Kreble's mind, he could go for the riskier plays to try to make up those times. Or, for me personally, if I was in there, I would probably just try to play it as safe and straight as possible, and kind of bank on maybe my opponent who is ahead going for riskier strats to kind of finish out the match.
Yes, I love this game intro. Alright, since I obviously know what it is, enlighten me as to what we see for our Game 3 opening scroll.
Oh boy. Is this from our very favorite anime and or video game antagonist, Cats?
Yes, it is. But the question is, do you actually remember the name of said game? That's the real question.
That is the real question, and my answer is, I do not.
Oh my. Well, chat is coming through to help bail you out if you want to take a quick look.
Let's give her a peekaroo.
Oh, and I can even hear the clicking going on as he pops up the Twitch chat. So now Charlie Boy coming in with wrong answers only in the chat. So maybe they might not be as helpful as we thought, but they're definitely mentioning the game.
Oh yes, of course, Zero Wing.
Yes, it is. A personal favorite of mine once I discovered emulators way back when. And now, you know what? We've got someone in the chat. Looks like they may be new to what exactly is going on. And, well, they asked the question that I think most people new to watching a Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament match are going to ask. What's randomized in the Mega Man 2 Randomizer?
Well, the simple answer to that is, what isn't randomized?
I think there actually is a better way to approach it. So everything that I don't mention in the here and now is something that is very likely randomized. I used to say that it was Mega Man himself was not randomized. His movements are not randomized. The regular Buster Shot is not randomized. The overall stage layout of each stage is not randomized. However, the enemies are. The item 2 specifically is not randomized. And that's really about all of the things I can think of that are not randomized. Feel free to add to the list, but I'm not sure what, if anything, I'm actually missing from that list.
I do not believe you missed anything. Not only color palettes for the stages, but music, enemy placement, enemy weaknesses, not just the bosses, but every enemy in the game's weaknesses are randomized. beyond much, much more.
Uh-oh. Looks like we have a pause for a commercial break from Siberian Bull. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out and get Game 3 underway.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but CrebleStar posted a little picture over Mega Man Sprite, and it was me with the Met helmet on my head called Vet Daddy. Because in Mega Man 4 you have the Met Daddy boss, you know. And he put a picture of me over there. I think Stone Rooster actually made that and then gave it to Incredible made it on his, and that.
I do believe that he used that as his split background for the for the Mega Man 4 tournament.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, seems like Siberian Bull is getting his everything back in order, so we should be starting race 3 here in not too much longer.
Mega Man 4 has been a randomized. Is a randomizer also, but I haven't played the Mega Man 4 randomizer yet. I would like to though.
I couldn't even imagine.
You really don't see it that much.
Well, I believe there's a Mega Man 4 up and running, as I believe, Iraq, you are going to be potentially dipping out in a short while.
Yeah,
to actually do the commentary.
Yeah, there's a Mega Man 4 tournament going on right now. You have the Cossack Cup and Kalinka Cup. Both are in the finals, but the Kalinka Cup finals is tonight at like 10 o'clock Eastern, which is in like half an hour. So I'll probably have to dip out closer towards the end of the stream to go commentate that. But yeah, it's been a really awesome tournament also. And as one awesome tournament ends, another one begins. You know, I love these Mega Man tournaments. They're super, super awesome, very entertaining. Just a real honor to be a part of it.
Well, you're getting the best of both worlds then. The ending of one in the Mega Man 4, and right out of the gate, a little bit of a, don't want to call it controversy, but definitely an exciting moment in the first game where we had what was declared as a dead heat between our runners. So we're going into Game 3 right now. However, the score is Siberian Bull 1, CrebleStar 0, Siberian Bull able to win game number 2.
Be interesting to see CrebleStar pull out a victory here, and then they'll both be 1-1 going into the next round.
Gonna set me back all the way to the days of my early Street Fighter 2 gameplay, where every once in a while you kind of have that double KO round, and you have a final 4th round to decide it all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. We're going to be starting race 3 here. And we're off!